Greetings, brothers and sisters. Black Power. And welcome to Bakoye TV, where we discuss all things related to the repatriation of our people back to the African continent. Sister Yar coming at you again. I have something I want to talk to you about. You know, the Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program, what we're doing is we're asking 1 million brothers and sisters to donate a minimum of $1 per month. Once we reach that goal of 1 million brothers donating $1 million per month, we're going to make the application, the candidate application, available on the Sankofa Repatriation Assistance website, where people can download it, fill it out, submit it back with their supporting documents. We have a committee that's going to go through those applications and select those who are viable candidates with great business plans and business ideas to repatriate them back to the continent of Africa. What we're going to do, we're going to pay 6 months worth of rent. We're going to give them monthly stipend for 6 months. We're putting together, we've reached out, and I hope y'all will reach out to him on our behalf, because we've sent a letter to Dr. Boyce Watkins asking him to come aboard and help us in the capacity of doing a pre-repatriation training for our people in terms of how to run a business, because most of our people have just been on jobs, and so they're going to need a little bit of help in some of the major things that they need to get acclimated to in terms of running their own business. Okay, we're going to give them up to $40,000 worth of seed capital to start their business on the African continent. It's going to help our people get off of these slave wage jobs, get back to the continent as business owners, so that they can create something to leave for their children and grandchildren. You cannot leave your children and grandchildren jobs here. You can't. They can't inherit your job. You could work for 30 years and retire and get a retirement check, a Social Security check. Guess what? You die, your children and grandchildren can't collect any of that. It's just gone. So you have to create something for yourself to leave for your children. Okay? I don't know. I can't stress that enough. You got to get brave enough to walk away from these slave wage jobs and create something for these babies. Okay? Anyway, you can learn more about it, but this is the key thing I came to talk to y'all about today. If you go to the website, read all about what we're trying to do at Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program. Donate $1. Help us get our people home and set up as business owners on the continent of Africa. Now, this came to me from a friend. I'm going to show it to y'all. Whoever wants it, email me. I'm going to send it to you. It's a lot of good stuff in here, okay? This came to me from a friend of mine. He's a very good friend of mine from the Ivory Coast. He lives in Ghana. He's a very astute and educated businessman, very successful. And so this document, which I will email to you if you want it, the title is Africa's Untapped Business Potential, Countries, Sectors, and Strategies. And in this document, they are spotlighting opportunities for business in Africa and strategies to succeed in the world's next big growth market. They're calling Africa the world's next big growth market. Now, interesting enough, this document was put together by non-Africans, by people who are not black. These people, because they know you're not going to read it. This is for them, okay? So that they can take advantage of what's getting ready to, the economic boom that's happening on the African continent. Well, I'm saying it's your right to take advantage of that, more so than theirs. This was put together by somebody at McKinsey and Company. He's a senior partner and chairman of Africa region. And another person named Rubenstein, David Rubenstein. You already know right then, that's a Jew, okay? He's a fellow at the Africa Growth Initiative, the Brookings Institute. White people. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I will email it to you if you want it. But what I'm going to tell you a few things that's in this document. They say that if you ask anybody how many companies in Africa earn annual revenues of over $1 billion or more, that the average person, because of propaganda, is going to say none. But they say there are more than 400 such companies on the continent of Africa with $1 billion or more in annual revenue. And that on average, they are growing faster and becoming more profitable than their global peers. They say that Africa's fast growing population and markets present important opportunities for business in an environment of slowing global growth. So what they're saying is Africa is moving fast, rapidly growing, while everybody else is slowing down. That's key. It says, in this document, we describe the extent of the African business opportunities in key sectors and suggest steps investors can take to translate that opportunity into profitable, sustainable enterprises. So they're telling each other how to go to Africa and make money, while we stay over here on these wage slave jobs. Okay? Well, Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program, we say no. We're going to pool our money together and we're going to go over there and we're going to benefit. A couple other things it says. It says 2 indicators from the World Bank underline the continent's promise. First, of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world in 2018, 6 were in Africa, with Ghana at the top of the world ranking. Secondly, in the World Bank's 2019 Doing Business Index, 5 of the 10 most improved countries are in Africa, and 1/3 of all reforms recorded globally were in sub-Saharan Africa. And then they began to talk about key economic sectors. And they said, okay, like opportunity 1, it says a population that is fast growing and urbanizing. And it says that more than 80% of Africa's population growth over the next few decades will occur in cities, making it the fastest urbanizing region in the world. At the same time, incomes are rising across much of the continent, generating new business opportunities in consumer markets. African consumers and businesses to reach 6.6 trillion. That's the spending. The spending by African consumers and businesses to reach 6.6 trillion by 2030. It's already 2020, a couple days. So that's in 10 years. Right? In 10 years. 10 years is going to be here before you know it. It says that these trends are spurring growing markets in a range of sectors where Africans have unmet needs. So they're saying Africans have needs that are being unmet, which is business opportunity for you. And these unmet needs include food, beverage, pharmaceutical, financial services, healthcare, education. That's it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's 20 pages long. But if you want it, send Sister Yah email at either admin at sankofarepack.com or Sankofa Repatriation Assistance P, the letter P at the end, at gmail.com. That's admin at sankofarepack.com or Sankofa Repatriation Assistance P at gmail.com. And I'll send it to you. So family, again, this is why Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program is so important. We are, the talk is about repatriation. You have all these celebrities going on. You have all these people with money that are going. And there's a whole proletariat class of people who are working and struggling that don't have the support system to help them get over there, repatriate, and get into business. That's what the Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program is doing. I cannot stress enough how important this initiative is. We need your help. Spread the word. Become a donor. Become a donor. Spread the word. Tell everybody to support this program so that we can start getting our people home. Whether you are a descendant of the transatlantic slave trade that ended up in the Caribbean, in South America, in the UK, or here in America. It doesn't matter, okay? It's not just for Black Americans. I want to say that. It's not just for Black Americans. This is for those people whose ancestors were kidnapped and brought away and kept down economically for the past 400 years. And now we are saying, let's help ourselves to, one, get back home, and two, get out of this rut of perpetual poverty that our people are in. Okay? All right. Email me if you want this. Okay, guys? I love you. Oh, you can also put your email address in the comments if you want it, and I'll send it to you. If you want to do that, you can do that too. Just put it in the comments. I think you can put it in the comments. Sometimes they won't let you do it, but try, and if you can't, send it to one of the emails. Okay? I love you guys. Until next time, take care. Peace, Black Power, and happy Kwanzaa.